What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Lowered Morals PoolCast. I'm your host, Keith Bergeron. I want to do some quick ads first. I want to do a special thanks or a shout out to Scott and Tina Blair. They own the only pool hall in this whole state of Vermont. It's called Vermont Pool and Bar. It's located at 35 San Remos Drive, South Burlington, Vermont. If you're looking to just rent a table to play with your friends, if you're looking to join an APA team to get better, I strongly, if you're into pool and you want to get better, I strongly advise you to go to Vermont Pool and Bar and inquire about getting on an APA team. You could play 9-ball or 8-ball. They have 9 9-foot tables there and 4 7-foot tables there. They have leagues on the 9-footers and they have leagues on the 7-footers, whatever you're comfortable with. But putting yourself on a team, puts you within the Vermont. Anybody that plays pool, like our Vermont community, and it puts you around the people that will actually give you advice and tips and show you how to improve your game and take it to the next level. Show you different videos that they've used that have helped their game along, that type of thing. So if you're into pool, you're looking to get better, go to Vermont Pool and Bar. They've used that have helped their game along, that type of thing. So if you're into pool, you're looking to get better, go to Vermont Pool and Bar, inquire about an APA team, or inquire with Kira Williams. She's the owner of the APA leagues in Vermont. They're also played in other parts of Vermont, so if you're not in the Chittenden County area and it's closer to playing in St. Albans or Barrie, they have leagues there, so you can inquire with them. So thanks to Scott and Tina for doing that. Without them, a lot of people wouldn't be able to play pool other than having to go into a bar setting, like the real bar setting. And I know that Vermont Pool and Bar has a bar there, but the atmosphere isn't like drink like in a regular bar. So if you're sober or whatever, it's a way better environment to be if you want to play pool. It's probably about 70% of the people don't drink that are in the leagues, you'll find. So you're surrounded by good people that aren't just, there for an addiction problem. I want to give a special thanks to Jim and James Bryce. They put this computer system for me together that allows me to have the names and the score and everything up. And it's just it makes it look more professional, better quality. One of these days I'm going to upgrade the cameras, but unfortunately I can't as of right now. Next, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Salado. If you don't know what Salado is, I'm going to back up to Fargo ratings. A Fargo rating is your professional pool rating, basically. So if you played in any tournament that's not an APA affiliated tournament, it would be Fargo based. If you don't have a Fargo rating, that's fine. You can get one. So download Fargo Rate. It's an app on your cell phone. And then search your name, and I know if you don't have a rating, it's not going to come back, but you have to search your name, and then you can press help and send them a note requesting for a Fargo rating. And then everybody starts at a 497. The more you play your Fargo races on Salado, the more your Fargo rating will be true to what you are as a player. So if you're interested in playing in other tournaments, like if you go to the Super Billiards Expo, they're all bracketed tournaments that are like Fargo ratings. 300 to 400 would be one group, 400 to 500, 500 to 600, so it's all grouped out. So if your Fargo rating isn't correct, so if you got the 497 and then you never played again, you're going to be in that 400 to 500 bracket, even if you're more of like a 350 player. So the more you play, the better off you'll be if you're going to be playing tournaments. And it's fun to play your friends, so get your friends into it, have them get a Fargo rating, and then when you play matches on Salado, you can look on Fargo Rate, and Salado, of all your past matches, which is a really cool thing that you can go back to, like 3 years ago, a match against whoever, and see what you did or how it affected you. anyways, so that's Fargo. Salado is Salotto. There's a banner right back there. What they are is basically a middleman scorecard in between you and your home table and Fargo. So you can make any table that you play on into a Fargo rated match. So with that being said, you need to download Salado on your cell phone, and then it's free. When you play matches, it costs you $1.99, and that's the service charge, basically the middleman charge, for them to take all the info that you put in and the other person put in during your match and transfer all that to Fargo, which then changes your Fargo rating up or down as you play people. So with Salado, when you first open it up, it's the first section has an 8-ball and a 9-ball and a 10-ball. So you click on one of those 3 games, whatever one you want to play. And the very next line is, do you want this submitted to Fargo? Which, that's the whole point. So make sure you switch that bar over. If you don't switch the bar over, it's not going to report to Fargo rate, and you're going to see that your total for like a price that you're paying for the match is going to be $0.00. So if you see that, you know that you did it wrong, and go back and fix that before you play the match. Otherwise, your whole match isn't going to get submitted to Fargo, and then your Fargo rate won't go up or down as your results for the match. So make sure you do that, and then it will ask your location and where you're playing and all that, and what size table, 7, 8, 9-foot table, whatever you're playing on. And all that info gets submitted to Fargo rate after you're done. So when you finish the match, both players have to agree that the score was correct. And then the next thing says, did they give you good action, which means were they, a gentleman when they played or whatever, they were appropriate, they didn't heckle you or, whatever. So it's basically were they a fair player to play against. So next I want to thank Inside Pool Magazine's YouTube channel. They put every single match that I play on their channel, which has just over 1 million viewers. And that's the reason that the PoolCast is silent, because it's all that rights with the copyright infringement with the music. So even if I paid to have a subscription that I could put it on my channel, the YouTube for Inside Pool Magazine doesn't have the same subscription, and they wouldn't play my videos. So to get our videos shown that there is a presence in pool here in Vermont, that's how we have to film them. So I strongly recommend you putting on your favorite podcast, your favorite music, or whatever in the background to be listening to while you watch the match and enjoy the match. I want to give a shout out to Tome Chalk. That's T-O-A-M, Chalk. It's by far the best chalk on the market. The reason being is it lasts so much longer on your tip, and it does not transfer chalk from your tip to the cue ball. So your cue ball will stay white. You won't have blue all over it. You won't have to be rubbing it on a rag or rubbing it on the bumper of the table to wipe off the blue chalk to make sure that the cue ball rolls true. It just doesn't transfer the chalk unless you do a hard, like a super hard break or a hard jump shot, a hard masse, like that will transfer some. But to this day, I haven't tried a better chalk on the market. It's worth every dollar you pay for it. I want to give a shout out to Predator Q's and Lucasi Hybrid Q's. And then I want to thank you guys, you, the people at home, the viewers of Vermont Pool Players Facebook group, and Lowered Morals Podcast on YouTube, which is the same thing. So yeah, big shout out to you guys that watch it. Without you guys watching it, I wouldn't do it because it would be a waste of my time. So big thank you to you guys, and with that being said, I'm going to get back to pool, and sadly I'm not going to be doing these every time. I'm going to repeat this video. That way when guests come over, we can just go straight to pool. And coming up, there is going to be a lot more different people playing me. It's not going to be Ryan Kilpeck every week, even though we're going to still play every week, but there's going to be a lot more people shuffled in there. I'm myself getting back into playing APA pool, which allows me to be at the pool hall a lot more, which allows me to have access to a lot more players that are willing to play on the PoolCast without having to come over to my house. So, with that being said, we're going to get back to pool. Thank you guys. Love you. Take care.